had to walk away. I'm actually dying at this comment. What the is a real job then to you guys? It also baffles me that people like comment these things on people's posts, like publicly, so that other people can see them. Isn't that like super embarrassing for you? I don't know.
All right, so obviously Karen's feeling very Karen today. She's being somewhat condescending in a B word. Now with the comment, I kind of get it, but
Yeah.
also Karen has said and done some crazy things online. Like when she stalks somebody over a comment. Somebody just said something to her
About
her business being false advertisement, and it was just a question. And I saw other people commenting, and they were saying how unprofessional whoever was behind the kick-ass Instagram, it obviously was Karen, because only Karen would talk like that to somebody.
It was Karen because I saw the Facebook or the Facebook message she sent to that chick's like aunt or something.
But Karen got so upset that this person questioned her and questioned the false advertisement, because it had to do something with like, hey, well, these pants cost this here, but in the bundle they're costing here. Like, it's the same thing. What's the difference? Not verbatim, but still, like, it's based around that.
Something.
So Karen freaked out, stalked this person platform to platform, found out who they are, found out who their friends and family are, found out their job, called their job, tried to get her fired, called her family members, or messaged them, sorry. She called her job, but messaged her family members, calling her crazy and psycho and making up rumors about her, all because she made a comment about false advertisement from her so-called fitness brand.
Yeah.
But that's not embarrassing?
Well, and Karen has openly admitted to doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, not just to this person. It's been to many, many people she's done this to. On her podcast, she's literally talked about it and bragged about it, how her and Taylor have done that stuff. Paul was very disturbed by that. She's proud of that. And, like, I agree that this person's comment is really stupid. But Karen has no right to say, isn't that embarrassing for you, when she is literally contacted somebody's employer acting like she matters in the world, saying that the chick talks about her on a gossip site when it never even happened.
Keep in mind, when Karen called that person's job to try to get them fired, it wasn't going to work. But when Karen did that, the person who made that comment has a child. So Karen was literally trying to get, it doesn't matter if it wasn't going to work or not, Karen was trying to get a single mother fired from her job because she left a comment that she didn't like.
She has done it before, where she's threatened, again, I have screenshots of that too, where she has threatened somebody else because they made a comment she didn't like to find out where they work and contact their employer. She has threatened that multiple times before. She's done it multiple times. All she says is, I went a little too hard there about it.
Yeah,
that's
LOL.
all.
Yeah.
That's all. No, that's embarrassing, having to do that. This person just commented something stupid. It's not that deep.
Also, another thing that's embarrassing is like when Karen and Qual were calling people having like regular cars, regular affordable car that people can get. Not some beaten down, just a nice car off the lot that's not a sports car, a Lamborghini or a Porsche, something like that, and a home, like a regular home, 4-bedroom, everything like that, just a regular home in a neighborhood, nothing wrong with it, just a home. That to them was just settling. That to them was an average home, an average car, an average life. They went on and on talking about how, oh, well, if you want to live paycheck to paycheck, if you want to do that, if you want to make the bare minimum, if you only want the average house and the average car and the average lifestyle, that's on you.
But
we're
we
not
don't
like
want
that.
that.
We don't want that for us. And you can go ahead and say, like, I like sports cars, so I'm going to get a sports car. That's fine. Like, you'd be like, I don't want a
But you're
regular
not
car. I
better
want a
than
sports car.
somebody because
But
you
the
have
way they
that
were saying it
stuff.
was very condescending, and they were, like, looking down on people. They were literally calling what people have worked for their entire lives average.
Yeah, and so, like, the whole point is that, like, to be fair, Karen has no room to talk about being embarrassed about commenting something, because she has said so many ridiculous things. She's commented so many ridiculous things on people's posts. She's responded to people in ridiculous ways. She's embarrassing in herself. She's literally a Karen.
There's so many different examples that we can use, but those are just two off the top of our heads.
But anyways, I don't like the way Karen responded to it. She could have responded in a better way. But at the same time, I'm also aware that if you do comment those things, if you do comment something,
Expect a response.
you should expect a response. If you can't handle it, if you can't handle the response, then you shouldn't comment it. You just never know when somebody's going to choose your comment to respond to. And if you can't handle it, like I said, don't comment that.
And if you know Karen, she'll highlight your comment on her stories and send other cronies after you. Or try to get you fired.
Like, I don't agree with the stalking people, but again, you should expect to get your comment responded to, or your message, or whatever it is.
Yeah, Karen's response to it just been like, the math's not mathing, just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then just there it is.
Yeah.
But instead, she was kind of being a condescending. Like, honestly, she really was. But let's read the comment.
Working at your own establishment isn't a real job, sweetie, but at least you doing manual labor now.
Karen is the ray of sunshine who says, stay in your light, numb to the hate, don't let anything bother you, kill with kindness, that kind of stuff. So we don't know this person who commented, but we know Karen. And Karen is from the Be Kind community, which we know is extremely unkind. To be honest, I expect Karen to respond like this. You know what I mean? If you've watched her, you know this is how she is.
This is how she is, yeah.
But let's get back to the comment. First of all, grammar. Second of all, what do you mean that if you work at your own establishment, your own business, it's not an actual job?
We're going to take what we think about Karen. We're going to say, Karen isn't really working there. We're going to take that all out of it because we're just talking about the comment. That is a stupid comment.
If you start like a cafe, right? And you're the cook. Like you decide, I'm the owner, but I want to cook. That means you're working. You're doing the job. You're providing a service to people, food. And if you're working part-time or full-time, that is a job. I mean, there's no other way around it. It is a job.
There's also like so many different kinds of jobs. Not every job is the same. Some people work more, some people work less, some people work like way more than
a job is a job
more.
is a job.
A job is a job. You make money from it, it's a job. People on OF, that's their job.
Social media is a job. You can make an income, huge income, that money will change your life type shit. But it's a different kind of job. It is now a real world job. OF is not a real world job. And just like social media and just like OF, those things, you're living on easy street. You can't compare those things to even pushing carts at a grocery store. Because a girl from OF who's just flicking her bean online and making $200,000 a month does not work as hard as somebody pushing carts at a grocery store.
Said ignoring Karen herself, her working at her own business
would be a job.
It doesn't matter if it's your own business.
It also
it's
would be a
your
real
job.
world job. She's just not working it.
Yeah, she's not doing that, but it is a real job. And yeah, it's the most real world job that they've had in a long time. And then she goes, but at least you doing manual labor now. Karen's not doing manual labor.
Let's not consider scooping ice cream and putting it into a cone manual labor. Like, obviously, if you're not the owner, because there's different stresses and stuff, but if you're just somebody serving ice cream, you have an easy job. It's not manual labor. When I think of labor, I think of motherfuckers
like
out there landscaping, doing construction, even pushing carts. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, come on.
That's, I wouldn't say scooping ice cream is manual labor. Even like, I'm not saying that that place might get busy, so it might get like crazy and overwhelming.
Busy work.
I couldn't work jobs like that because I would get too overwhelmed. I can't work a job like that. It's busy work, but I wouldn't say scooping ice cream, like you said, is manual labor. It's not.
Yeah, it's not hard work to
job.
scoop ice cream. It's a job. It's a real world job, but it's not a hard
manual
job.
labor.
Just like OF, scooping ice cream is not a hard job. But the difference is that person scooping ice cream is still working harder than the OF model. Because again, she's just doing things, showing off her body online for money, for an insane amount of money, while the person's actually busy dealing with. To be honest, the hardest thing about being an ice cream shop is dealing with people. Yeah. That's the hardest thing. Customer service sucks because people suck. Anyways, both responses, the commenter and Karen, were both being condescending B-words. Yeah. And they both could have said something in a different way. Karen says she's numb to the hate, but makes that troll post to mess with the so-called haters about her not working a real job, and that bothered her, so she made that post. And then somebody commented, and then she had to double tap it and make another quick little video responding to it. It's like, girl, if you don't care about what people think or say, or you're numb to the hate, all that they've been spewing for years, why in the hell are you responding to a comment?
I don't have any problem with them responding to comments. It's when they're like, I don't care about the haters. I'm bothered. All this stuff. And I'm like, but you do care.
The
Like,
point
you
is
do care
that
what
she's
these people
bothered.
say.
That's why we're making this video. Also, again, it was her response too, that she was being condescending
Yeah.
and whatnot. She was just purposely being a B word. And then again, it being ironic because she's saying what this girl said was embarrassing. Well, Karen has said way worse and done way worse online. And that shit is everywhere.